Hey y'all, you got here just in time because look what's here. Woohoo! And did I buy plants for my garden? Now, why would I do a thing like that? No! I bought plants for caterpillars. Let's go see. Are you ready? Ta-da! It's fennel. They had their fennel on sale, and guess what? Mine's all been eaten by hungry little caterpillars. So things have definitely been slowing down a bit in the world of butterfly gardening, caterpillars, and thank you all who, oh my gosh, you guys left such supportive comments on my community post about, end of season and butterfly health. And I loved reading those, and I responded to all of them. So go read what I said back to you. But there was a gorgeous Eastern Black Swallowtail in my garden yesterday after work. And there were like 2 or 3 monarchs, and that was it. Ugh, I miss the butterflies. However, there are some eggs on the remnants of my bronze fennel. And that package from Joyful Butterfly came just in time, but I'm not going to bring in all the eggs. I've decided I'm going to try and go with 4. That's right, 4. 4 caterpillars at a time per species for the moment. Because being back at work is really hard to keep up with everything, especially like when I come home and sometimes it's pouring down rain and I can't get out here. So, well, I can and I do, but it's not fun. So anyway, let's go get some eggs, and we'll get them set up in a little incubator, and I'll get those plants unpacked, and it's gonna be a good day. So here we are at my bronze fennel. I'm still waiting. Look at, you can see this one's getting ready to go to seed. But one of them, I noticed there was one stem. There isn't a stem that has just 4 eggs. Look at this one. You see all those eggs? But you know what? They all probably won't hatch. So let me pick a stem that just has a few. Look at this little stem here. That's 7 eggs. Oh, wait, this is looking promising. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that's 8 eggs. Oh my gosh, y'all, it's bad. Oh, wait. Wait. Here we go. I think I've got 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I'm going to take this stem cutting in and set it up in an incubator. All right, here's the base. Here's my little moisture wicking fabric from Gardener's Supply, talked about before. Just spritzing it with my giant Zet bottle that I love. And then I'll just take this little stem and place it in there. Kind of press the stem down onto the wicking where I cut it, just to help it out. But they stay really fresh in here. And then let me go grab a lid for this. I also have another incubator over here. This one we have some giant swallowtail. And yes, there's more than 4. Because that was before I decided that plan. But these guys, I don't have a problem bringing in more than 4 because they do not consume near the volume of plant that the Eastern Black Swallowtails and the monarchs consume. So I've got plenty of wild lime, so I can handle bringing in more. So why didn't I just bring in that whole pot and put it in the enclosure? Well, that's what I did last time, and then I ended up with a ton of caterpillars and almost ran out of food. Didn't, but almost did. And at the end, some of the caterpillars didn't do well transferring onto the Zizia, a diet change. Some of them can't handle. And so they didn't thrive. And I don't want that to happen. Plus, I don't need 27 Eastern Black Swallowtails released in my garden because they're just going to lay that many times more eggs, like 100 eggs each. That's 2,700 eggs. Yeah, no. So 4 is good. 4 is good. I can easily maintain the amount of food, and they're not just going to wipe everything out. And the ones out there, hey, they have a chance of making it too. And some of those eggs are going to feed other species that play an important role in my garden. It's hard for me to say that, but it's true. You can't bring them all in. But the ones you do, you can spoil rotten. Mm-hmm. And now I'm going to trim this plant right here because every time I walk out, it whacks me and it's wet, so then I get wet. So I'm going to take care of that real quick. All right, there is all of my fennel unboxed. Just going to give it a little misting. And hopefully I'll have a couple, just a couple of cute little caterpillars munching on it soon. Look at my cute little monarch babies. So these 3 I brought in as tiny, just hatched babies off of my Asclepias incarnata in my garden. I think I brought in 4 of them, but only 3 of them grew up. And I like having just 3. I just brought in some fresh twine vine for them, and it's quite nice. It's quite nice. So y'all, when I walk down here and I'm always looking down, I'm making sure I'm not stepping in anything, because you know I have dogs, so that's why I do that, in case you ever wonder. One of my Scarlet rose mallows, it looks like it has formed a seed pod. I'm so excited about this because these seeds I bought from the Florida Wildflower Foundation. But then to get my own seeds and grow more, that will be a lovely thing. Mm-hmm. See that guy right there? It looks like it's probably going to split open, kind of like the sleepy hibiscus do. So, super thrilled. I am super thrilled. Oh, look, there's a monarch back there. Oh, it's gorgeous too. Its wings are huge. It looks like a 4th generation migrator. Maybe it migrated from somewhere to here. Oh, it just flew off. There we go. I've got to do some work today on my Bushment. You can see this one is all totally leaning out here, like into the walkway. So I'm gonna like shore up the base of the plants, but I might trim some of the tops off because they are quite tall, and see if they'll maybe branch out. The only thing is like they've got a lot of expired seed heads on them, and I really want to wait till they dry out so I can get seeds. But you know what? There's a lot lower down too. I mean, how many seeds do I need? So, yeah, but this definitely he needs to be fixed. Oh, look. There's a dried one right there. Let's just pluck that baby off. Yay. It's kind of wet because we had really good rain last night, so I'll let it dry out for us, see if I can get any seeds out of it. And another little piece of great news, one of my unknown plants in my wetland garden has little buds on it. So we'll be finding out soon who this is. See right there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to see what the flowers are like. And look, they're like going to be everywhere. Like when this thing blooms, it's going to be spectacular. There are little buds all over it. So now we're just waiting on this guy right here. That's right, you mister. You got to put on some buds and do something. And look, my little grasshopper friend has moved over to a tithonia that's a random come up, like right here in my pentagarden. And guess what? My pentagarden is going to get a big chop, especially this area right over here. It's looking scrappy. And when it starts looking scrappy, if you just whack it down, it'll come back and it'll push out new growth too. I don't do a big chop on the whole thing at once because that wouldn't be pretty. But that area for sure is going to get one. And some of my red pentas over there need a good chop back also. So I'll be doing that a little bit later. And here's one of my little dahlias blooming. And I don't think I'll get them again because I don't know. I mean, they're pretty flowers, but I don't know. I prefer the zinnia. However, one of my viewers said to get, like, these are I guess these are the fancy dahlias, but there's what'd they say, a flat top dahlia, flat flower head dahlia. That's just the basic regular one. And they said the butterflies love them. So I might try and look for those if I order some more and give them a try. Oh my gosh, y'all, look at this. Look at this. This is on top of one of my enclosures in my butterfly haven. This is the remains of, it's the Sphinx Moth. I can't remember the name of it, but it's the one that's got the pink on it. I've filmed them before. They're beautiful. There is something evil coming in to the butterfly haven. It's probably the same thing that eats holes through the enclosures. Look at the gorgeous color of those wings. Oh my goodness, the sweet baby. And I want to find out what it is. I did order, hold on a second. I did order one of those, they're like hunting cameras, and they work at night, so you can see like what's walking around in your garden. I guess they're triggered by movement. I'm not really sure how they work. I think I'm going to set it up in the butterfly haven and see what we find, because that's just heartening. That's a beautiful creature. And I find a lot of the moths in there. I think they go in there. I don't know if they're burrowing and pupating in there, underground in there, or if that's just a place where they end up to sleep during the day. But I don't want bad things to happen to them. So butterflies are just starting to come out. There's 2 Gulf fritillarias right here fluttering around behind me. This is the time of day I do not like to be out in my garden because it is so hot. This is that time of day I talked about in my little garden tour I think I posted last week, where the sun is up over and like the whole garden's in full sun and all the dew is evaporating, so it's super humid. I am sweating. I mean, I always sweat, but I'm like sweating more than I sweat, and I'm not even doing any work. So my husband and I are gonna go run a few errands, and I'm gonna come back out later and do the work that needs done when it's much more comfortable in my garden. So you can see how the sun is just hitting it all the way down, and it's good for my garden, but it's not good for me. And I know that in an hour or two I'll have my shade back and it'll be way more comfortable out here. Hey y'all, we are in the thrift store parking lot. You know, I said we had our closet, I had our closet redone, and my closet redoer was my husband. He did it. But in the cleaning out, we accumulated a lot of stuff to take to a thrift store. So we just dropped it off. Now we're gonna go in and I'm gonna be looking for some things for the garden. I like to get big bowls to put under potted plants to hold water for my water loving plants. And I want to start collecting some like sheets and blankets in case a frost comes. We're just not going to think about that. And you know, I always look around to see if there's anything else that I could find some good use for. So I'll let you know what I find. Okay, you guys, I picked up a couple things. One of them I think is really cool. Okay, y'all, look at this thing. I don't know what it was because it's got like this here, but what I envision is like 4 potted plants, and then this will hold water, so it could be like plants that, you know, are water loving. Maybe some water hyssop like coming over the side. Anyway, this was $6.99. I'm like, okay. And then I found this bowl. This is fabulous. Like that sitting out there with a potted plant in it. Love it. And kind of like fall looking too. And I also got another big metal bowl, but for some reason they put that bowl in a bag. So I'll show it to you later. So we made an extra stop. Look, y'all, growing in front of the nectary. Those are my pentas. Aren't they pretty?